What is the main problem in a person's life? He does not know or is not sure what will happen to him tomorrow. And first of all, he is unsure if he'll be able to survive in the future. Among other things people try to find answers to but generally fail. These two take a special place. What should I do if my debts happen to be repaid soon? How to change the situation when my expenses exceed my income? Having no answer to these questions often causes uncertainty in one's ability and does not allow to build long-term plans. Instead of setting global goals and objectives, a person soon starts to think in terms of making both ends meet. In such conditions, a person often experiences depression and the fear of losing everything he has. And today, more and more people ignore the consequences while choosing antidepressants and legal drugs as an escape from the problems. Every year, in the US only, 100 to 200,000 people die due to medically prescribed medicines and drugs. This number is bigger than that of car accidents. However, Americans do not seem to bother about these figures at all. Every year, they take more and more drugs. Too many pharmaceutical companies and corrupt politicians are interested in making business on medicine, bringing more and more profits. And increasing revenue, in turn, allows producers to attract even more politicians to their side. As a result of this vicious cycle, millions of people face false diagnoses with billions of tablets being prescribed for them. And if the advertising of antidepressants was fair, it would tell people that no pharmacological drugs are available to solve the source of the problem that causes depression, sexual disorders, suicide, and fear. And if a person knew the source of the problem for certain, then his life would feature much less uncertainty and anxiety. We believe that now is the right time to make a real diagnosis. Lack of financial security. Today, this virus has infected our whole planet and keeps dragging more and more victims into its network. The fact is that most people and their families on our planet, just like our governments, live in debt and fail in balancing their expenses and incomes. At this idea associated with the danger of one's survival may come to his mind. This is a kind of warning signal that the brain gives to a person in the form of emotional and mental pain rather than physical. As a rule, such a situation in a person's life is reflected in the fact that he has to work and do some things that are imposed on him instead of those that he would like to do himself. For example, a person is forced to seek a second job or just keep doing the current, which he doesn't like at all. So how can a person avoid the contact with this popular virus of lack of financial security? Many have become used to believing that it is impossible to live in financial security in our time, but we believe that this is not true. First of all, a person should realize that working laws of money exists, which allows to balance expenses and incomes regardless of the current income level. Common sense tells us that if we know the cause of the problem, then we can always do something with it to eliminate or at least reduce its unwanted effects. In our case, it is necessary to turn off the alarm button of lack of financial security in your mind. How to do it? We believe that once a person learns the laws of money, he will be able to balance his expenses and incomes. When this condition is met, the lack of financial security alarm button in one's mind will be deactivated and the virus will be defeated. So far, we have talked a lot about your income. But don't you think that the main problem here lies in this most troublesome alarm button of lack of financial security, which was activated in our mind by the virus? Such interpretation of data can cause objections amongst those who are not interested in finding the real reason and the understanding of people's integrity of the group. For example, such a group may have knowledge or technology that is inaccessible to one person. We know how difficult it is to achieve the state of financial security alone. It is much easier to do it together, with other people in a group of like-minded people. We at Global InterGold have the knowledge and technology of how to cope with the virus of the lack of financial security, and how to free a person from the gloomy world of depression and anxiety. We have done our part to make financial security possible. It is now up to you whether or not you would like to use our knowledge and technology to achieve long-term safety and success.